Coming up on the Angus Report, Selection Technologies marry genomics with on-farm records.
Considering the best time to sell cull cows.
Tips for supplementing cattle through the winter months.
Plus, how certified Angus beef demand remains high despite 2015's wild ride in the cattle markets, and making the most of your genetic choices in the commercial sector.
This is the Angus Report. Hello and welcome to the Angus Report. I'm Bob Cervera.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
Our top news this week. Technology is moving at a rapid pace, especially in the field of genomics and genetic selection advancements. But as Stuart Bach of Neogen's GeneSeq operations says, the weights and measures submitted by breeders continues to be imperative to make progress on the ranch.
Genomic data and genomic technology is just another piece of information that you can use for genetic progress. And at the end of the day, the physical measurements, the phenotypes are king. We can only make progress with science and technology and genomics if Angus breeders do what they do well every day, which is to take good observations, accurate measurements, provide that to the association, continue to build that database. We technology providers will do our part. We'll keep pushing the envelope, and we'll keep making it bigger and better and faster and cheaper. But at the end of the day, success will only come from that marriage of what the individual cattle producer does every day in his operation, together with the wonderful scientists that are out there.
Cow-calf producers might want to think of animals culled from their herds as more than simply byproducts of their operations. Dale Warner also told attendees of the Range Beef Cow Symposium that considering the best time to market cull cows could significantly influence the bottom line. Cull animals could represent up to 20% of an operation's income, and timing is everything.
Culling cows at the right time is extremely important. We like to see cows coming to these cow slaughter facilities in a BCS range of 4, 5, and 6. Bringing those back at that point in time returns the highest dollar back to the producer, as well as provides the highest quality product for the cow harvesting operation as well. We're starting to see those prices decline a little bit right now. We don't know if they'll decline further or start to maintain or even out. But the value of cull cows is certainly higher than it was 5 years ago. The predictability of the market is somewhat uncertain at this point. As we see the cow herd rebuild and we're keeping cows, maintaining heifers, keeping cows perhaps another year or two on the ranch, that's putting some added pressure back on the cow market, and we may see those values come back up.
The Cattle Industry Convention and NCBA Trade Show is just around the corner. Cattlemen and women will gather in San Diego, California, January 27th through the 29th for the 118th annual convention. The event features presentations from industry leaders, as well as the NCBA Trade Show and the Cattlemen's College Series, sponsored by Zoetis. Joint and individual meetings for 5 industry organizations will also include those from the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, the Cattlemen's Beef Board, American National Cattle Women, the National Cattlemen's Foundation, and CattleFax.
Cold temperatures significantly raise energy requirements for cattle herds. The combination of calving cows and colder environmental conditions also means producers should consider keeping an extra watch on feed energy and cows losing weight. The top 5 tips for keeping cows in condition through the winter include feeding higher quality hay, feeding a supplement that improves digestibility, considering protection from wind and wet weather, matching energy requirements to forage quality, and feeding 3 to 6 pounds of energy supplements like soy hulls, corn gluten feed, or corn during stressful periods. More on these items is available in a Biozyme article cited in the December Angus Beef Bulletin Extra and available at angusbeefbulletin.com/extra.
A USDA report forecasts a shortage in ag grads. The U.S. Department of Agriculture forecasts that during the next 5 years, the annual demand for college graduates in agriculture and food industries will be almost 58,000 jobs per year. American educational institutions, however, will produce only about 35,000 graduates per year, according to an article from the University of Georgia. Currently, the shortfall is filled with college graduates in other related areas, but employers are signaling a preference for graduates with more agricultural backgrounds. About 50% of available ag-related jobs pertain to business and management, according to the report.
We go now to Jen McCrell for all the news you need to know this week in the Angus business.
Thanks, Crystal. A trip to the National Angus Convention and Trade Show definitely paid off for commercial Angus producers Maxine and Jason Davis. The couple attended their first National Angus event last fall in Overland Park, Kansas, and they were the big winners of a CAT 262D skid steer loader, generously donated by Caterpillar. The skid steer, valued at around $60,000, was recently delivered to their ranch near Mitchell, Oregon. Our congratulations to Maxine and Jason on their new piece of equipment. And there's no better time to save the date for this year's National Angus Convention, which takes place November 5th through the 7th in Indianapolis, Indiana. Stay tuned to Angus.org for more details as they develop. Cattle producers in the Pacific Northwest are invited to attend a Cattlemen's Boot Camp event April 15th and the 16th at the Benton County Fairgrounds in Kennewick, Washington. Hosted by Washington State University and the American Angus Association, the day-and-a-half event provides purebred and commercial cattle producers timely information presented by academic and industry professionals. Registration is available online at Angus.org and will remain open until March 1st. Angus events at the National Western Stock Show in Denver, Colorado wrapped up last weekend. And the Angus media team was there covering the highlights from what's considered one of the country's most competitive livestock events. Next week on the Angus Report, we'll bring you coverage of show ring champions, news from Angus sales and events, and we'll visit with livestock enthusiasts who make the National Western an annual tradition. Join us at this time next week for the sights and sounds of the National Western. You can also visit Angus.org today for headlines, results, and videos from the show. And that's what you need to know this week in the Angus business.
Thanks, Jenna. When the Angus Report returns, rising demand for quality Angus beef, despite market swings.
And Kent Anderson and Dan Mosier chatted with me earlier about the merits of genomic-based selection tools for commercial cattlemen.
Visit Angus.org to continue watching this episode of the Angus Report.
The Angus Report is brought to you by Merck Animal Health. Why not prevent respiratory disease before it steals from your bottom line? Vista Once protects your calves with the most complete respiratory disease coverage available. And Vision Blackleg vaccines can add 14 pounds per calf at weaning. Contact your veterinarian or animal health supplier today.
Your herd, your business, your family. You've always protected what matters most, so you know how important vaccinations are for healthy cattle. And with Vista vaccines from Merck Animal Health, you know you're covered. No other vaccine works like Vista. Only Vista gives you complete dual-action pneumonia protection and complete one-dose fetal protection for the entire pregnancy. Protect what matters most. Talk to your veterinarian or animal health supplier about Vista.
A favorite time of the year is calving season, but along with that special time are dangers, extra stress, and increased labor. Safety Zone Calf Catchers is all about safety and making processing new calves easier. Designed for ATVs or UTVs, one person can do the job and never be threatened by the protective mother cow. Make this and every calving season safer and easier with Safety Zone Calf Catchers. Watch videos and customer testimonials or order yours today at safetyzonecalfcatchers.com. Immediate shipping available.
The greatest thing about business is relationships and building a family, a team. And that includes not only those that work directly at 44 Farms, but that team is so much bigger and that family is so much bigger because it includes our customers and those men and women that are out there working so hard to provide a great product for the ultimate consumer. We believe that together we can do great things. I'd like to personally invite you to join us on Saturday, February 27th at 11:30 for our spring bull sale at 44 Farms.
The GE-EPD, the most popular low-density genomic profile on the market, is now available for Angus. And at $45 per head, you can afford to test all your cattle. Plus, you can save even more time and money raising reputation seed stock. Put the GE-EPD profiler to work finding your best bull calves and the elite females that will brand your legacy. For more affordable accuracy, go GGP, a new brand of partner. Did you know that 76% of millennials say they like to cook? Did you know that more than 50% of millennials say they don't know how to select beef at the grocery store or how to cook it right every time? Did you know 52% of millennials say they would rather go to a food festival than a music festival? While you're focused on managing your beef business, your Beef Checkoff is providing information that millennials need to make every beef eating experience a positive one. Get to know your checkoff at mybeefcheckoff.com.
I use an AI service to increase the genetic potential of my herd. We're using top-notch bulls. There's no way I could afford to go buy the bulls that I'm using now without AI. I knew Shane would be somebody that could get the job done and provide me with the help that I needed to do a project like this. I AI myself, but there's no way that I could do 250 head in a project by myself, so I relied on select sires to help me fill that gap.
Beef quality is everyone's responsibility, including yours. That's why the Checkoff-funded Beef Quality Assurance Program is key to your future. BQA, empowering people because you can make a difference, taking responsibility because it's our job, not someone else's, working together because product safety and wholesomeness is everyone's business. Find out more at bqa.org.